You know, there comes a time in life when you've got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I becoming? Are you becoming the person you've always wanted to be, or are you stuck? Today, we're going to talk about something that I believe is essential for all of us. How to recognize when you're stepping into a higher version of yourself. How to become a high-value person, and how to become a high-value person. Now, let me tell you something. Becoming a high-value person doesn't just happen because you wish for it. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or looking for shortcuts. It's about taking ownership. It's about holding yourself accountable. A high-value person doesn't make excuses. They don't blame circumstances. They don't point fingers. They look at the situation, they look at themselves, and they say, what do I need to do to change this? Let's be real. Life throws us curveballs. We face challenges. But a high-value person stands strong because they realize that the power to change their reality is in their own hands. You've got to stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. It's time to step into that responsibility, to stand tall and say, I'm in charge of my story. And let me tell you, this journey isn't about making big moves every day. It's about the little things, the consistent actions, the daily grind. It's about showing up when no one's watching. It's about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. You see, a high-value person knows that success doesn't come in a flash. It comes from years of consistency. That's how trust is built. That's how real change happens, day after day, doing the right thing, even when it's hard. When you're on that journey, people notice. They notice the effort, the consistency, and the genuine integrity behind what you do. But here's the thing. A high-value person doesn't just focus on their own growth. They lift others up. They understand that no one climbs to the top alone. A high-value person shows respect for others, values their time, their efforts, their struggles. And through that respect, you create a bond that no one can break. Respect is the foundation. Respect yourself. Respect the people around you. And when you start to respect others, you start to see them as more than just a reflection of what you need, but as people who deserve to be treated with dignity. When you surround yourself with people you respect, and you lead by example, you create a network that lifts you up, challenges you, and pushes you to become even better. So ask yourself today, am I taking full responsibility for my actions? Am I putting in the consistent effort, day in and day out? And am I showing respect and lifting others as I rise? Because those are the signs that you're becoming the high-value person you're meant to be. The road isn't easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Keep grinding, keep growing, and always remember, your value is determined by the actions you take, not just the things you talk about. So get up, take responsibility, be consistent, and respect the people around you. That's how you become a high-value person. Zen. Self-accountability is the foundation of everything. It's not just about acknowledging when you make a mistake, it's about recognizing that your actions shape your reality. When you understand this, you stop looking for someone or something else to blame. You stop waiting for the world to change for you. You become the change. The truth is, life is tough, and it doesn't always go as planned. But when you take full responsibility for your life, your choices, and your outcomes, that's when real growth begins. People often say they want success, happiness, or fulfillment, but they forget one key thing. You have to own the process. It doesn't matter where you come from, what obstacles you face, or how many times you failed. What matters is how you respond. When you take accountability, you stop playing the victim. You stop playing excuses. You look at your situation and say, I have the power to change this. When you recognize the truth, you make change. You look at your situation and say, I have the power to change this. The moment you realize that your results are tied to your actions, you shift from being a passive observer to an active participant in your own life. Being self-accountable means being brutally honest with yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. You ask yourself the hard questions. You examine your habits, your attitudes, and your choices, and you make adjustments where necessary. It's about taking ownership of your decisions, big and small. When you succeed, you celebrate your wins, but when you fail, you don't pass the blame. You learn from it. Failure isn't something to fear. It's an opportunity for growth, but only if you own it. And here's the thing. People who lack self-accountability often wait for motivation to show up. They think they need some external force to push them to do better, but high-value individuals understand that motivation comes from within. It comes from the commitment to your goals and the recognition that no one else can do it for you. You may not always feel like putting in the work, but that's where self-discipline comes in. You do it anyway. Accountability is about showing up even when no one's watching, even when it's hard, even when you'd rather quit. So why not you? When you become a person who takes responsibility for their actions, people notice. They begin to trust you because they know you'll follow through, even when things get tough. And that trust becomes the foundation for building strong relationships, whether in your personal life or your career. Self-accountability isn't just about you. It's about how your integrity affects those around you. When you take ownership of your life, you lead by example, and that inspires others to do the same. So, stop waiting for someone else to change things for you. Take responsibility for where you are right now. Your journey, your growth, your success. It all begins with you owning the process. Don't let excuses or distractions take control. Stand up, own your actions, and take charge of your life. Because once you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Consistency over time is one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal. It's easy to get excited about something when the idea is fresh, when the vision is clear, and when you're filled with energy. But the real challenge, the real measure of strength, lies in showing up day after day, even when the excitement fades, when the road gets hard, and when no one's there to cheer you on. The truth is, results aren't built in a moment. They aren't forged by bursts of effort or sudden strokes of brilliance. No, true success is cultivated through small, consistent actions. It's about doing the right thing over and over again, even when it feels like no progress is being made. There's a saying that goes, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out, and that couldn't be more accurate. Success, you might start something with all the enthusiasm in the world, but it's the ability to push through the grind, to stay committed, even when the rewards seem distant, that sets apart those who reach the top from those who never quite make it. It's easy to be motivated when everything's going well, but what about when you hit a rough patch? What about when you've been putting in the work, but the results are slow to show? That's where consistency makes all the difference. You've got to keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. You can't let frustration or impatience dictate your actions. High-value people understand that growth takes time. They understand that true transformation happens over a long period, not overnight. It's those small, consistent steps that eventually lead to big changes. They don't stop, even when they're tired, even when it feels pointless. Second, obsessive-compulsive disorder or obsessive-compulsive disorder. They keep their eyes on the long-term vision. But here's the thing about consistency. It doesn't mean you're doing the same thing mindlessly every day. It means you're making intentional, calculated efforts to improve. You're refining your process, learning, adapting. You're not repeating actions just for the sake of doing them. You're showing up with purpose, even when it seems like the world isn't noticing. It's those moments when you keep pushing, even when it's hard, that build the kind of character that lasts. Consistency also builds trust. When people see that you can be relied upon, that you deliver time and time again, they start to trust you. That trust becomes a foundation for success. It creates an environment where opportunities come to you, not because you're the loudest or the most outspoken, but because you've proven time and time again that you're someone who gets things done. You show up, you do the work, and that consistency attracts people who want to be a part of that energy. And let's be clear, consistency isn't just about work or achievement. It applies to your relationships, to how you treat people, to your character. You can't just be kind when it's easy. You can't just be a good friend when it benefits you. True consistency is about being who you say you are day in and day out. It's about being reliable, being present, and staying true to your word. So if you want to become a high-value person, it's not just about having great ideas or big dreams. It's about showing up even when it's tough. It's about putting in the work even when no one is watching. It's about continuing to push forward, no matter how long it takes, knowing that with every single effort, you're building something that's worth having. Because success doesn't happen in a flash. It happens slowly, steadily, through consistency over time. And that, my friend, is how you truly transform your life. Respect for others is the cornerstone of everything that matters. If you want to rise, if you want to achieve something real and meaningful in life, you have to understand that it's never just about you. It's never about climbing to the top at the expense of others. True high-value individuals know that the key to lasting success and fulfillment isn't found in isolation, but in how you treat the people around you. When you respect others, you're not just acknowledging their existence, you're acknowledging their value. You understand that everyone you meet has something to offer, that everyone has a story, a journey, and a set of experiences that shape who they are. You see beyond the surface and recognize the depth in people. When you show respect, you elevate everyone around you. It's not about putting others down or making them feel small so you can feel bigger. It's about lifting others up, helping them see their own value, and creating a space where people feel safe, seen, and heard. Respect isn't something you only show when it's convenient. It's not just about being polite or being courteous in public. Respect is a mindset. It's about genuinely caring for the well-being of others, whether you're in front of them or behind their back. It's about being mindful of their time, their energy, and their boundaries. It's about recognizing that people are complex beings with emotions, dreams, struggles, and desires, just like you. A high-value person doesn't see people as obstacles or opportunities for personal gain. They see them as partners in this journey called life. You never know how someone else's day is going. You never know what battles they're fighting, what challenges they're dealing with. When you offer respect, you create an environment where people can be their authentic selves. You create trust, and trust is everything. Trust is what enables real connections, both in your personal life and in your professional life. When you respect others, it shows. It shows in how you listen when they speak, in how you value their opinions, and in how you give them the benefit of the doubt. It shows in how you handle conflict, not by tearing others down, but by finding common ground and working together. Respect isn't about agreement. It's about honoring someone's right to have a voice and a perspective, even if it differs from your own. But let me be clear, respect doesn't mean you let people take advantage of you. It doesn't mean you allow others to treat you poorly. Respecting others doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. In fact, a high-value person knows how to demand respect without ever being disrespectful. It's about creating boundaries, maintaining your integrity, and standing firm on your values while still treating others with kindness and dignity. So what would you do if someone told you directly or indirectly that you couldn't do something or couldn't do it in the way you... When you respect yourself, you naturally command respect from others, and that respect is mutual. Here's something to remember. When you respect people, you never know the impact it will have. One moment of kindness, one moment of listening, one moment of showing someone you see them can change everything. It can be the difference between someone feeling invisible and feeling valued, and it creates a ripple effect. When you treat others with respect, you create an environment where they feel empowered to treat others the same way. So don't forget this. Success isn't just about your own achievements. It's about how you make others feel. The connections you build, the relationships you foster, the people you help along the way, they all contribute to the value you create in this world. And that's what makes you truly high value. Because when you respect others, you create a world where everyone rises. And that's how you become part of something bigger than yourself. In conclusion, becoming a high-value person isn't a destination. It's a continuous journey, one that requires self-accountability, consistency, and respect for others. It's about taking ownership of your actions, showing up every single day, even when it's tough, and treating everyone with the dignity they deserve. The road may not always be easy, and the results may not come overnight, but with each choice you make, each step you take, you are building something lasting. Your value is determined by how you show up in the world and how you lift others as you rise. So don't wait for the perfect moment to become the person you want to be. Start now. Hold yourself accountable. Put in the work and treat people with the respect they deserve. The greatness you're seeking is within your reach, and it's shaped by your daily actions and the energy you bring to the world. Stay consistent, stay focused, and never forget the way you live and lead your life has the power to inspire and elevate everyone around you. The way you live and lead your life has the power to inspire and elevate everyone around you. That is the true mark of high value.